Third, I found it particularly reprehensible that on Veterans Day, that Donald Trump would attack and impugn the integrity and the character of Jim Clapper, who served in uniform for 35 years, who responded to the call of his country to go to Vietnam, flew in over 70 combat support missions over Vietnam, and like Senator McCain, really did put his life at risk because of this country's national security. And to impugn the character of somebody like Jim Clapper on Veterans Day, who has dedicated so much of his life to this country, I just find that outrageous, and it's something that I think that Mr. Trump should be ashamed of, but it doesn't seem as though anything he does, he feels any shame whatsoever.
I have to reciprocate what an honor it has been to serve with the likes of John Brennan and Jim Comey, who are dedicated public servants and have served this country long and well and with great integrity.
Flying, I'd go bullshit. You're talking bullshit.
As far as the allegations of CIA hacking into Senate computers, nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, we wouldn't do that. I mean, that's just beyond the scope of reason in terms of what we do. When the facts come out on this, I think a lot of people who are claiming that there has been this tremendous sort of spying and monitoring and hacking will be proved wrong.
A potential bombshell of an apology today from the head of the CIA to the Senate Intelligence Committee for peeping into their computers and spying on Senate investigators who were looking into CIA practices.
Turns out that despite protests by the CIA that they had not been snooping on what the Senate Intelligence Committee staffers were doing, they were, in fact, and his statement comes forward today saying, quote, CIA Director Brennan was briefed on the CIA Office of Inspector General's findings. The director of the CIA subsequently informed the Senate Intelligence Committee chairman and vice chairman of the findings and apologized to them for such actions by CIA officers as described in the Inspector General report.
So what I wanted to see is if you could give me a yes or no answer to the question, does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly. There are cases where they could inadvertently, perhaps, collect, but not wittingly.
All right.
What I'm saying is that the Director of National Intelligence in March did directly lie to Congress, which is against the law. He said that they were not collecting any data on American citizens.
You're talking about James Clapper.
And it turns out they're collecting billions of data on phone calls every day. So it was a lie. What I'm saying is that by lying to Congress, which is against the law, he severely damaged the credibility of the entire Intelligence Committee. Community.
What should be done about that? I mean,
Former FBI Director Robert Mueller has received widespread adulation from the political and media class. Most recently, a June 14th CNN article declared that Mueller had been the recipient of, quote, near universal praise. And it's true that the headlines have been effusive. Media coverage has gloried in Mueller's purported reputation for independence and sterling bipartisan credentials. Recent history, however, suggests that whenever the political and media class appears united in praise for anything, there's reason for concern. Maybe it's lost to history now, but in February 2003, Mueller helped George W. Bush and Dick Cheney make the case for war in Iraq.
As Director Tenet has pointed out, Secretary Powell presented evidence last week that Baghdad has failed to disarm its weapons of mass destruction, willfully attempting to evade and deceive the international community. Our particular concern is that Saddam Hussein may supply terrorists with biological, chemical, or radiological material.
Those were the most salient core tenets of the Bush-Cheney case for war in Iraq, and there Mueller is, repeating them and giving them the imprimatur of the FBI, which much of the public viewed as a valiant and impartial law enforcement institution rather than a political organization doing PR for the administration. The Iraq War was one of the most cataclysmic actions that the United States government has ever undertaken, and yet, so many who were most directly implicated in the failure, including Mueller, never suffered any penalty. On the contrary, they've been touted as heroes, and their colossal failings are ignored.
in this company, if you give me $1 million, I can guarantee you will make an extra $1 million.
I just like to walk in. I wouldn't need a special costume. Just dress like this. And I'd fly in. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.